In the meantime, a new witness is expected at the Madlanga Commission today. The commission has heard testimony from the suspended Ekurhuleni legal head, Advocate Kemi Behari. SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga has more. Kenny, good morning to you once more. And of course, staying with matters related to EMPD and hearing again yesterday for another day from Advocate Kemi Behari, who is suspended, and his role in especially the suspension and of the course of events around Julius Mkhwanazi and what happened to him there.
Indeed. Good morning to you, Sakina, and to the viewers at home once again. All of these issues that you discuss are all interrelated with respect to the city of Ekurhuleni and the kind of alleged criminality that had engulfed the city, allegedly under the parallel structure of Commissioner Julius Mkhwanazi, who has since been suspended from that EMPD Deputy Police Chief post following the testimony at the Madlanga Commission. However, prior to that, there was an IPID report that had flagged this particular individual. However, he was able not only to escape the initial suspension, but he was actually able to return to work amid all those allegations that posed him as a significant risk to the city of Ekurhuleni as well as the citizens at large in the Ekurhuleni region. Why this IPID report is important and these IPID officials who are expected to be the next witnesses is quite significant for the public is because IPID is essentially that police watchdog that must ensure that those shadowy figures within the criminal justice system, particularly in law enforcement agencies, are rooted out. They are there to ensure that that oversight takes place and that nobody is able to abuse the system for their own alleged corrupt ends. But it seems that in the case of Julius Mkhwanazi, accompanied by several other EMPD officials and allegedly unlawful collaborations with private security firms, that kind of oversight did not take place in the city of Ekurhuleni. We have an IPID report where it flags him as someone who must be charged, and the recommendation states that a disciplinary process must begin. But what did IPID do to ensure that this is taken forward and that those EMPD officials, who are also part of the 9 list of people in the interim report where there was prima facie wrongdoing against them, what was done to ensure that those police officials are actually not in these law enforcement agencies, as they pose a significant risk, as you've seen several incidents of clear abuse of power and alleged corruption within the city of Ekurhuleni. It doesn't stop there for the IPID officials to explain. Although they penned that report, they didn't follow up with regards to the investigation. And then with the allegations on Julius Mkhwanazi that extend to murder of Emmanuel Mbense, that particular case has been a long-standing case that hasn't been resolved by IPID, and we're seeing that they are starting to lose suspects and there's no hope for justice for the Mbense family. They'll have to explain why, as a police watchdog, they didn't take that case further and solve it and ensure that those law enforcement officials that were allegedly involved in that torture and subsequent murder of Emmanuel Mbense are brought to book before the justice system. So we expect that those questions are going to continue in this interrelated issue about the city of Ekurhuleni and the kind of alleged criminality that had engulfed the city under the alleged parallel structure of Commissioner Julius Mkhwanazi. All that and more at 9:30 a.m.
Certainly very interesting. Thanks so much, Canny Maphanga. Looking forward to hearing more later.